Okay, guys, as I promised, a little bit of help on the word problems from your day 2 homework. Or actually, this is the day 1 homework that's attached to the day 2 video. Let's start with number 3 on the word problems here. It says the length of a rectangle is 8 centimeters more than its width. The perimeter is 68 centimeters. Find the length and width of the rectangle. Okay. What they're asking us to find here is the length and the width. So let's put that down. I'll say x is the length. And I'll say that y is the width. Okay. Now let's begin to translate these English sentences into mathematical equations. All right, so let's take that first sentence. It says the length of a rectangle is. All right, well, I called that the length was x. So the length is 8 centimeters more than. So 8 more than its width. Well, I'm calling the width y. All right. There is my first equation. Now you'll notice before we move on that equation is not quite ready to graph, but I can fix that in a second. All right, let's take a look at the second sentence. It says the perimeter is 68 centimeters. Okay, talking about a rectangle, perimeter, 4 sides. We're going to have 2 lengths and 2 widths. We'll go all the way around there. That means I'm going to have 2 x's and 2 y's will equal my perimeter of 68. That's 4 sides go all the way around to equal 68. Once again, the blue equation is also not ready to be graphed, but we can handle that. We can fix that. Let's start with the red one here. I want to get that y by itself. It's okay that the y is on that right side. That doesn't scare me one bit. I'm going to get rid of that 8 by subtracting. I have x minus 8. That is my y1. Okay, so I'm ready to graph here. Okay, my y2, or my blue equation, I'm going to get that y by itself. I'm going to solve for y. No sweat. Subtract that 2x to the other side. Divide away my 2. And y equals, let's see, that's going to be a negative 1x plus 34. All right, I'm going to call that my y2. And that guy's also ready to be graphed. Now, if you have some graph paper, go to the graph paper on the red equation, start at negative 8, go up 1, right 1. If you've got big enough graph paper on the blue equation, start at 34, go down 1, right 1. Draw those lines until those 2 lines meet. However, I'm not going to go that route. I'm going to use the calculator. Okay, now I already know some of you guys are saying, well, wait, remember, Mr. G, we don't have a calculator. But you need to remember that you do. Okay, remember, go to my website. Find the glorious name of Goethals. Okay, bada bing. Okay. Second option here, right below welcome, is online graphing calculator. Click that. There's your link. Okay, here's your online graphing calculator. Now remember our 2 equations. y1 is x minus 8. So up there in y1, let's click that in. Okay, let's see if I can get there. Okay, I had a little mouse problem there. Okay, so in y1, let's put in x minus 8. And then on y2, we had negative 1x plus 34. Okay. Once you had those in there correctly, let's go ahead and graph it. So come over here, push graph. You can see that with y2 starting at 34, the graph isn't big enough. If you come over here to the right, tell it to zoom out. Do it one more time. Now you can see that second equation starting to show up there. Let's zoom out one more time. Okay, there is our intersection point. Let's have the calculator figure out where that intersection point is by coming up here to the middle tab here. Click on intersection. Come over here to the right and say, okay, I want you to use those 2 equations and find the intersection point. What we're finding there is 2113. Let's use that back at our problem. Okay, so as we go back over here, you show me all your work. You solved for y. You did all the lion's share here of the work. Just write in 2113. Close her up. There you go. That's telling me that your x value, the length, is 21, and the y value, the width value, is 13. Okay, next one. The sum of 2 numbers is 32. One of the numbers is 4 less than 5 times the other. Find the 2 numbers. Okay, let's do our variables here. looking for question marks, looking for the word find. Found it. Find what? Find the two numbers. Okay, well, my two variables now, my x and my y, are two numbers. So I'll write first number, second number. Okay, let's translate. The sum of two numbers is 32. What does sum mean? Sum means plus. That means I'm going to add those two numbers and I'm going to get 32. Okay, well, that means when I add those two numbers, that is 32. There's my first equation. The other one says one of the numbers is 4 less than 5 times the other. Okay, one of the numbers. I'm going to call that x. Okay, and then it says is 4 less than. Less than implies subtraction, but remember, the order of subtraction matters. So I'm not going to write 4 minus something. I'm going to write something minus 4, because I'm taking away 4 from whatever that something is. Now when it says 5 times the other, well, I already used x, so it must be talking about y. So it's 5y. Okay. Both of these equations need to be solved for y. I think you guys can handle the blue one. If you can't, come and see me. I'll help you through on the red one. Okay? Trying to get the y by itself on this right side, I need to get rid of that 4 first, so I'll add it away. I get x plus 4 equals 5y. Now I got to get rid of that 5 there, so I'll divide it away. Before I do, though, I want to ask you, over here on the left, how many x's do we have there? You should tell me we have 1. Now, there's a reason why I put that 1 there, and you'll see it here in a second. When I divide away that 5, I get my y equals. On this left side, you now can see that fraction. That's 1 over 5. That's 1/5 x. On the second number there, that's plus 4 over 5. That's 4/5. Hey, that is our second equation. 1/5 x plus 4/5. So as I go to my calculator, I'll put 1 divided by 5x plus 4 divided by 5. You should be able to handle the blue equation on your own, get that y by itself. Go back to your calculator, plug those guys in, make it happen, live large. I'll see you guys soon.